Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I want to share my trip log notebook that I finished finally. We went on a weekend plus birthday trip at the end of February, and I think mid-March I finally printed the picture and started preparing for the trip log. So I am going to share how it turned out. Recently, I started using this sticker release booklet from Traveler's Company, and it's been a game changer. I can see all the sticker collections, which made me use them a bit more often. I've been working on this notebook for a month or so, and every time I open it, it really reminds me of the fun time we had together, and that's why I really enjoy making a trip log. I've been trying to open this notebook as often as possible, and this day I was just looking at our kids playing together and I was having my own space. I have shared a few clips of how I've been updating the log. I feel like trip log is something that we all want to do, but sometimes it can be a bit challenging in terms of finding a time to do it. So I am also sharing how I am trying to be peace with how much effort I put into it, and yeah, how I've been updating the book. I think I spent maybe like 5-6 days in total to finish it off. Yes, so I chosen this I've been putting into this traveler's notebook cover, but I'm using this MUJI Passport size notebook. Compared to the original traveler's notebook refill, the insert, this one has 24 pages, 24 sheets, so 48 pages, which is, I think it's like 2/3 of the official traveler's notebook insert, which makes it perfect for a mini trip, and I like it. I really like the cover's color, and I always try to like have a few stock for my hand, and it's actually 120 Japanese yen, which is like, with the current exchange rate, it's like $1. So for me, this is like handy, affordable, less intimidating compared to the official traveler's notebook inserts. So this is what I did. I have printed a family picture, put the dates at the bottom. Oh, and this is the first time to use my Canon Inspix to print the pictures. To be honest, it came out a bit darker than I expected. Maybe I do need to edit the photos to make it to the color I want. But this was very first time for me to use it, so it turned out to be okay. Still better than nothing. And it prints on a sticker paper, so it was just so easy. Print it and just stick it. So these 2 pages are something I did before our trip. So I have written just the information of where we are staying. And for this weekend trip, we went with other families. So we had 5 families in the beginning where I did the booking. I also wanted to make sure how many adults are coming, how many kids are joining, whether they want a twin room or double room. So I was just jotting down the information here. And in the end, one more family decided to join. So we actually went with 6 families. It was super fun for both kids and adults. So I did this 2 page in the beginning. Oh, I also did this. So we went to a city in northern area called Musanze. And before the trip, I was just jotting down some of the activities that we can do. And as it was actually after the trip, but I was just checking off all the things that we did. I also trying to make like don't forget lists. I didn't do like a proper packing list because it was just a weekend trip. I didn't need so much things to carry around. But some of the very basic thing that I shouldn't forget, which was like we were going for like birthday occasion, so we didn't want to forget the candles and balloons. Oh, and we also took some medicine for kids just in case and all the things. So this was fun way to romanticize our mini trip. And then this is the Musande, the city we went to is famous for gorillas. So we got some leaflets when we were on a trip, so I stuck them here. Put the dates and how our road trip with a mini time tracking thing, because it took longer than expected, so it was just fun for me to just write down what time we left the city and how long it took. We stayed at the beautiful place, so I had to print the pictures. Yeah, I think this is worth showing. It was a nice pretty guest house. We went there and the city had 5 volcanoes. I only knew one and I actually learned new one this time, but just for the sake of writing things here, I have listed 5 volcanoes here. And this is the photo from a dinner. This was unexpected. I wanted to do a mini, like half the size, but then somehow it came out as a double. So this looks huge, but I mean, it's a nice spread, I think. So we had a nice dinner at local place, which unexpectedly, it was very nice. Interestingly, there was no one when we went in, so we were a bit worried how it's gonna be, but it turned out to be very beautiful, delicious and quick to serve us. So it was perfect for our little boys. We had fun time in the garden. I always like jotting down what we ate, so this was like our breakfast buffet menu. And it was our eldest boy's birthday, so I took his pictures. And then another photo from a small booklet we found there. Some business card from the guest house we stayed, and this is the second place where we stayed. As you can see, I haven't done much writing because that takes up a lot of time, so I just printed as much as possible. I try to collect those, extra bits and pieces from the trip, which is not so easy to do in Rwanda because there's not so much of the culture of, I don't know, business card or some explanation leaflet situation compared to like Japan where everything is on paper. But yeah, these are nice accessories to put on to the trip book. We had a birthday occasion. I put a sticker here. This I have written from, was the dinner menu, and I always love writing what we ate, so I just try to recreate what they had special over the day. Some more stickers, kids playing on the trampoline. This is the museum we visited. We were so blessed with the weather that we get to see a beautiful volcano. I have visited this city. This was my third time to visit, and finally I got to see the mountains. Every time I've been there, it was either super cloudy or raining. So yeah, we were happy to see the mountains. This is how the museum's building looks like. And our final lunch menu before we head back to the city. And last night, one last group photo that we took there. Yeah, so I kept it very simple, but I have a few pages left. I am thinking of showing this notebooks to the friends who actually went with us, so that maybe they can put some, I don't know, notes or some message to the remaining page. That will be beautiful addition and beautiful way to fit this up. So before we close the video, maybe a few tips to make trip log as doable as possible is A, to carry it around everywhere. Ideally, if you can like sit down for a long time and do it on the go, that's perfect, but that's not really realistic with my current situation. So like I shared in between, I've been carrying this everywhere for the last 2 weeks, and if there's any time that I have, I was just trying to write as many as possible. And the second tip is to collect as many information, like, you know, some picture from the leaflet, even just gathering some stickers, or like some kind of, this was just the name of mountain, but some kind of things to kind of fill up the spaces so that you don't feel like you need to do lots and lots of writing, journaling. That takes more time. Maybe lastly, I decided to keep it simple. It can go like very deep when you want to do something like this, like a creative outlet, but with the limited time, with the limited energy, I kept it very minimal, so it's very simple notebook like this. But I mean, this was a perfect way to romanticize our mini trip. And before the trip and after the trip, I really enjoyed it. So if it were a bit longer trip, I would actually write in even during the trip, but it was only 2 nights, 3 days trip, so I didn't even write during the trip. But yeah, I managed to do it after a long break. I haven't done this kind of activity for a long time, so I am so happy to resume this exercise, and I'm excited for the next trip to come. Bye!